So how lucky am I? I was wondering when my next project was going to come along, and here it is. It's the Ford Focus Mark 1 1.6. It belongs to my daughter. My daughter and my son-in-law watched the last video of me changing the lock on the Mondeo, and lo and behold, their driver's door lock has failed, and they thought it was a good idea if I would fix it for them. So here we go, another strip down, this time a Ford Focus. Hopefully it won't be too different from the Mondeo, but we'll soon see. I'm going to start then with removing the screw that's in behind this cap. All you've got to do is pop the cap out, and this one hasn't been out for a while. Here it comes. Pop that cap out, and we have a crosshead screw behind it. Next, I'm going to need to remove a few screws. Down this side of the panel there are 2 screws. There's another 2 screws down this side. There's 2 more screws at the bottom here that I didn't feel the first time. One there and one there that also need removing. So there's normally a couple of screws in behind this handle as well, and we just need to get inside of it. So I'm just easing away the handle with a flat head, and there it comes, off it comes. And we've got 2 more crosshead screws just here and here to take out. We need to get the remote mirror control off, and the way to do that is to pull the plastic forward a little bit. Actually, if you pull at the back like that, it just pops clean off. And we can disconnect the electrics. I'm going to take this part of the fascia off. I took the screw out earlier, and this just unpinches and out comes that handle like that. Glue was spilled onto the trim here. I'm just going to ease it off. Don't know why that is. There we are. Okay, we've got some side impact foam here, held on by 3 plastic clips, which we need to remove because I need to get in behind here. And I'm just going to push down, and push down, and off that comes. Now we need to get inside this foam, and it's kind of got like a sealant on it, which just using a Sharpie here and peeling it away. So there's the door lock itself. Right at the bottom here is the cable connector, which is the little pinch, and off that comes. To release the door lock then, you've got these 3 Torx screws that need to be released. They're Torx 30, and undoing them. Right, I'm just going to leave the last one for a minute because the door lock is still connected to the handle, and I think I've got to take the handle out as well. So let's try and do that. If you look through this hole here, there's a Torx 5 screw on the opposite side, and I'm just going to undo that. Through the door cylinder, pull backwards, lift out, and there's the handle away. The plate you can see here is the lock security plate,
and the 2 torque screws need to be removed.
And right at the very front is another Torx, which needs to be undone. Maybe I can release that, pull that through down here through 90 degrees, remove that. Should. Out through the door, and there we are. This is a second-hand part that I've got from a well-known internet site, and to make absolutely certain that it was the right part, I checked actually the serial number or the model number, which is actually marked on the body here, because there does appear to be quite a few different types actually that were fitted to this car. Anyway, I know this one is identical to the one that I took off, but before I go any further, I don't want to waste a lot of time fitting this thing if it doesn't work. So the first thing to do, I think, is to plug this in to the electrics like that, and we'll see whether it works. And yes, good solid movement there, I can feel it working. So I'm going to reassemble the thing. Okay, so let's just recap where we had all these screws that I took out. The big long one came through there, and that connected onto the handle on the other side. A much shorter one came out of here, and we had 2 in the shields into the shield here, and then at the back we had the 3 large Torx screws as well. So I'm going to now swap over the this motor or solenoid or whatever you want to call it. The way it came out was basically arse first, so I'm going to try and put it back in the same way, which hopefully okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I think the basic problem is I'm going to release this plastic to start with, so that the whole thing flexes and bends a little bit more, and then we'll try again. Now, is that going to make the difference? And the answer is yes, I think. Right, there we are, it's back in. Now, I'm just going to clip that plastic back into place. You can't see this, but there we are, that's back in place now. Right, that's the mechanism back in. Bit of a fiddle there to make it fit. It's obviously quite a tight thing to do. So I'm going to start off with putting a few screws just into the back here to hold it all up, and then I'll work on the handle, I think. So before we put the screws in, next thing really is to put the cable back in just here through 90 degrees like that. Swing it back round, and the plastic part just clips back in to there, like so, and that's nice and firmly in. Good. So now I'm going to put the handle back in, put the rubber
back on to start with. That's the first one, and here's the second one. Oop. Is that going to stay? There we are. Then off of the handle in, locks in, drop it down, push forward, and that locks it into position. And then we need to put the barrel part back on, which hooking it in at the back, and that just clips in like that. Now I can do the screws up on the other side. So I'm going to do this one to start with. Just going to hold the handle on the other side. I'm going to put the screws back into the shield. Here comes number 2, which is further up, of course. So finally we put the fascia back together again. Starting off with this stuff, which I take back. Take that off. There we go. Done. Okay, so here's the final check. Lock, unlock, and door opens. The daughter's going to be very happy. So to the next project that comes along, I'll see you later. Please subscribe to my channel if you like it. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't like it. Leave some comments as well. I always like reading the comments. Thanks very much for watching.